day everyone, this is Ahmed Annie. Welcome back to Subsistence Season 2 and we are on episode 73. Would you look at that? Oh, let's look at that a little bit too closely. So we are standing here because the clink tells us that I've just made the window, the wall for here, the glass wall, and the little quarter wall for here, which is what we agreed at the end of the last episode we were going to do. There you go. Look at that. That's looking quite smart now, isn't it? And obviously, as I say, these lights all shine all the way across because of that glass. So we're liking that a lot. So obviously we need to do the door and this side as well. So that's the door and another quarter, which is loads more of this and stuff and things and everything. So we're going to need more ingots. We're going to need a lot more glass. Let's just do that with that whilst we've got it. Now, I asked everybody at the end of the last one whether you wanted to see the diving or not the diving, and the majority of you are either happy to see either or prefer to see everything. Okay, so we will yeah, because I'm going to need, which do I need more? Yeah, I'm going to need some more of you. So we will do a little bit of both. Now the rogues are up here, so I reckon we're going to take a swim out to this island and back round this half of the lake, put everything away, and then go and see the rogues. Possibly, maybe, is what we're going to do. So we're going to take this out, well, we'll put them all on us. Oh, I probably need another pick, don't I? Let's go and do that. If we're going to go out smacking 7 bells out of things, Annie, then you need another pick. Which means we need more boards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, any other housekeeping we need to do whilst we wait for those to craft? You're probably alright. We could probably do... Hopefully I'll come back with some kelp. I need to pick that up because that's great for mass. So it's a good thing to have the kelp around. No fishermen out there getting in my way. Do we need to pick any plants? What seeds do we have here out of interest? Basically only tomato. Let's just go and do this. Might as well. Oh, a little bit of loot on the doorstep. Got to do the loot first. Oh, oh, oh. Hang on, this isn't going well. Well, I mean, it is going well. Oh, and there's boards. Oh, the irony. Run, chicken. I said run. Oh, dear. Honestly, just mocking me, thinking, oh, I don't need to run. You can't catch me. Oh, and there's a rabbit, which I would have had. Okay. All right, enough. Back. Back, 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 back. Let's go and do this, which is what we came out here for. Anything here done? No. Oh, dear. No, that's not how you do it. You do that. Anything here done? No. But let's do the same here. Did we do that? Yeah, okay, fine. Okay. Nothing there was to pick. What am I doing? Putting those back in there. I'm putting that back in there. There we come. Up, 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 up. What did I do? Oh, water. I was thinking, why am I coming up to the fire? Oh dear, this doesn't bode well, does it, for the day? Right, pick. I can remember that much. Let me put you away whilst we're here. Ammo. We are fairly good on all our ammo, which is nice at the moment. And rare for my playthroughs. Let's put you and keep you topped up. Because we need all the... That's going to cut out soon, hopefully. Yeah, water. Seems daft that I'm going to need my water whilst I am in the water, but I can't drink the water in the water. Oh, right. Let's go. Let's get out of here. We'll do a little bit. So the feedback on my suggestion about, or my new schedule is good. I'm glad that you are all on board with that so far, it seems. With the way I'm going to be recording and the idea of my new build series. So, yeah. Looking forward to starting that next week. Yeah, just the fishing tackle, right. So, we're going to keep everything else on us. Yeah. Hang on a minute, because the only problem with doing that... Come back up. Come back up, girl. Where did I just put it? Oh, I put it down there. That's hilarious. How did I put it there? Okay, well, that's fine. Let's just check in the shallows. I'm sure I just put that on, but clearly I didn't. Okay, nothing in the shallows. A little bit sandstone over here. So we will go... Oh yeah, there are a few bits. So we'll do these without... Because I want to save on the tanks, obviously. I don't want to use them for the sake of it. So they're for the deep bit. So we'll do some of this out in the shallows. Now, apparently, those of you that wanted to see the underwater stuff, it's because you want me to tell stories. Like, no pressure. Immediately, my mind goes blank. I have no idea what to talk about. Oh, look. All the stuff and things down here. Yeah, my dad. Have I mentioned this before? My dad was a diver. Well, I tell you what, let's just do that here and just carry on. So my dad was a deep sea diver in the Royal Navy, a fact of which I am very proud. He was in... Oh, I should have looked up the names of the films because it would have made this story so much more interesting. So all the British war films, naval war films of an era, you know, to serve them all our days and all that kind of stuff. My dad was in them. So they were filmed on board, obviously. I mean, back in the days when we didn't have sort of CGI and all that stuff. So if it was on board a ship, it was actually on board a ship. All the fight scenes. So they borrowed several of Her Majesty's vehicles, ships in order to do that. And they filmed a lot of it on one of the ships my dad was on at the time. And when they did the fight, the battle scenes, and you would see somebody getting hurt and blown off the side of the ship. Obviously, those people actually got blown off, you know, actually had to dive off the side of the ship. And, you know, they're not small things. That's quite a long way to drop. So, you know, and there weren't enough stuntmen, obviously, to do all those sorts of things. So what they would do is they would get the divers on the ship to do it. So my dad, several times, in several scenes, would be jumping off the side of the ship into the water, because, you know, he was trained to be able to take that sort of a deep dive, a splash into the water. So he did that. And then also on one of the films, there was or on a couple of them, when they did a burial at sea. So you see the full military, you know, or Navy burial at sea service. And there was, when they tip up so the body is on a, you know, I don't know what to call it, a plank or whatever, you know, and then they tip it up and the body, and it's covered in a shroud, and they tip it up and the body slides off said thing and into the water. Again, that was a real body, you know, this is back in the day. So that was my dad underneath the sheet, who, you know, holding very still. No, that's not there. And when they would tip it up, you know, doing his best impression of a corpse to go into the water. I think that's fairly cool. He had quite a lot of memorabilia, so signed photos of the actors. Richard Attenborough, wasn't it? Yes, because David Attenborough's the nature one. So yeah, he had loads of signed stuff. And that was some of the first things that I sold on eBay. But that's really hard stuff like that. Again, memorabilia, or not memorabilia, memories from your family. Okay, if you are the sort of person that, you know, A, you had a positive relationship with your family, B, you know, are somebody that collects stuff, keeps stuff. I'm a keeper, definitely. Hubby's not. Hubby's always been a, you know, let it go kind of guy. But I've always kept the things, as my loft here will testify. And So having all of that stuff from Dad's time in the Navy, and the things like that, obviously they're great for the stories, they're great for the memories, they're great to have. They have no... It's not so much they don't as such have a sentimental value to me. I don't look at this picture of this famous actor and go, oh, I remember the story, but I can remember the story without the thing. And again, I know for me, it feels like a way that my parents are still providing for me. My dad's still providing for me and for his grandchildren by knowing that I can, sell those things and make use of them. I have no idea. I'm coming towards the island, aren't I? Yeah. Just making sure I was clear. Oh, I've come over a little bit. Oh, gosh, come over a lot. There's my sense of direction. Right, well, let's get into the island. So there's nothing else down there, was there? No, let's get onto the island a minute. And have a little run around there. See what we can see. Still can't believe I missed the rogues that were out here yesterday. That was really frustrating. Right, onto the clock. So anyway, so I sold those bits, sort of the photos or whatever. And again, I actually quite like giving them to somebody for whom they mean something. Yeah? If you are a collector of that sort of memorabilia, then it has meaning to you. So that photograph of that actor, that signed photograph, will now be a treasure for that person. More of a treasure than it was for me. So I actually really prefer on all levels to pass something like that on. So that's the way I look at it. Oh gosh, when I started off on eBay, I was looking the other day because having reactivated started selling again on there. And I think I told you that that's something I used to do to bring income in for the kids when I was at home, because I was homeschooling them. And I started on eBay and I looked it up. It was 20 years ago. Oh my giddy aunt. 20 years ago I joined eBay and started selling. That made me feel... Oh, I'm hiding. That made me feel so old. You have no idea. But yeah, so I remember putting those bits on. What else did I... my granddad had a vintage... Did I say this before? He had a little miniature bottle collection. I have no idea how he came about those all, because unfortunately he passed before I was of an age to have an interest or a thought to actually ask him those sorts of questions. And I think I was 16, 17 when he died, unfortunately. He lived with us. But anyway, so I had his miniature bottle collection and I sold that. Oh gosh, they went round the world. But then I sold them as they were. When I went to sell a little miniature that I had, that was the only one that my dad had, of Navy rum, of course, on eBay, I couldn't sell it because it was unopened and therefore contained alcohol. And of course, now all the rules are such that I couldn't sell alcohol without a license to do so on eBay. So yeah, that shows how things have changed. Right, let's come back. Try and stick with the shoreline on your left, Annie. What have we got? That was our first tank. Our second tank. Ooh. Gosh. Using up a lot of hot air with all this chatting. Let's see if there's anything else on the way back. But yeah, so I did his miniatures. They sold. They did really well, my granddad's stuff. And this week I've been looking at stamps. That's something else I used to do with my dad. I'm a bit of a daddy's girl. Anything my dad did, I wanted to do. And my dad collected stamps, obviously, starting off from when he was going around the world in the Navy. And so we used to both collect stamps. So I found some of his stamp albums, or I found all his stamp albums, and so I was looking at getting rid of some of those, but oh my days, it is so hard, because obviously I don't know the value of any of those stamps. So to try and look up and think, well, to do enough research to think, is this worth selling? Is somebody going to buy this? And and then getting it all photographed and listed and accurate and everything. Oh gosh, it's so labour intensive. Oh, look at that. Now, hang on, I'm coming up a minute because these are all in the shallows. So I'm going to take that off a second to save that little bit of tank. Not necessarily worried about going back over there for that piece of kelp. As I say, it's handy to have them when I come across. And I need to remember that it's actually sandstone I'm down here for, not the pearls. And you can tell that, can't you? Because of the amount of pearls I'm getting versus the amount of sandstone. If I was down here for pearls... Oh! Guess who forgot she'd taken the tank off? Sorry, you're all shouting at me. I know. Oops. I'm going to have to let that recover before I go and say hello to the rogues, aren't I? Oops. Oh, I just realised, obviously my stats... Oh, it won't happen until I get my... Will it happen before? Can you get to 125 without having all the big meals? I think you can, can't you? Oh, up again. Oh, gosh. Yeah. I know. Sorry, girl. Sorry. Sorry. Right, what have we got down here? Nothing else in the shallows. Let's come out over here. Yes, I'll get you to breathe. Don't worry. Bit this time. There's a little bit down there. Right, so put this back on. Ready? Down we go. Hit this bit. And then swim over and see if we can get anything else before we run out of air. So yeah, so I've done quite well again this week. A few little bits and pieces that have gone on. Where was that? Oh, I'm not going back up there now. That was on to sell. That's just those pieces. I'm in pieces with some pieces. Can't see anything else along here. We might as well grab that last piece of kelp with our last mouthful of air. Come on. Getting a bit murky now. We're losing visibility. That is interesting. So I guess that's from the storm from above. So that makes that interesting. If that is connected. Yes, we're going. Don't worry. Come on. There we go. Let's just do that and hope that we don't meet a fisherman as we come out of the water. We didn't need our second pick. What did we do? 24 sandstone and was that 16 pearls? Now, would you Adam and Eve it, honestly? Because, as you know, I've gone out swimming for pearls before and not got that many. This is on normal, not easy, but that's a good haul of pearls for half the... Well, I say half the lake. Quite possibly because I got turned around. It's probably a lot more of the lake than half the lake, but... Let's grab some wood as we go back in, might as well. Let our health build back up. Get this onto smelt. Now, my new build... that's going to be in my Build It series, that's going to be in this similar location, shall we say, to where I have been today. In the water. It's one of those silly builds I've been wanting to do for ages. And this seems like a good excuse. Check you out. I need to remember to start getting more oars as I'm running around. I tend to not really get them, as you may have noticed. I tend to go past them, but I do need to be picking them up. No, why are we going that way? That was not the direction we were looking for. Nothing out here in the yard. Oh, still got to do that. Still haven't done that one. Have a quick look-see, poke our head up and hope nobody takes it off. Yes? No? Okay. That's good. There was a person up there. It was just the way the leaf was rendering in. Oh dear. Back to the question about my eyesight. Right, here we go. Back up in here. up and over the rock. Of course, the animals will come over the rock. Somebody was saying, would it be easier, make more sense to put a door in outside instead of having... No, why are you putting them in the drill, Annie? They don't go in the drill. You take them out of the drill. Yes, would it be easier to have a doorway than to have the... You know, have to come over the rock like that? Yeah, quite probably. But I actually don't want to do that. Right, what am I doing? Hang on, I've got to think. Meeting, that's what I'm doing. That would be a good thing to do. Make sure that we are fully healthy before we go out and about. 16 pearls, look at that. That is really rather sweet. Some more ammo. You go back downstairs. You go downstairs. You go in there. How are we doing on our power? Are you dropping? Yeah, you're dropping, aren't you? So let's just... Oh, we can't because we don't have any. I didn't need to get that out of the box. Yes, I know. Sorry, you're all saying that. Well, that pick can go into here because that's as good as. There you go. Let's put this away in here. And let's put that away in there. So we need to make some more tanks before we can go out and do the other side anyway. So that's fine. That's fine. Put you in there. Oh, I'm going to need a fuel brick on there before we go back out. Oh, I'm really loving this. Really loving this. So the question is, obviously the doorway and to carry on around here would make this section complete. But I quite fancy doing this next, actually. Do the same thing on this side. So that would be another 6 sheets. Is it 6 we did? We needed 4 for there and 2 for there. So yes, 6 and 1 ingot. So yeah, that will be good. We've got 1 in there already. Oh, look. We can do another one now. Like that. Whoop, whoop. Okay, you go in there. And you go in there before we head out. And let's go and see... Oh, I've got to move that, sorry. Let's go and see if we can find the rogues and see how friendly they are today. I do like being able to come out here into my little yard. I say, I'd love to know what the fishermen are going to do about that now, because I am now in their way. Now, Mr. Bear, I do need 1 more bear to reach my intermediate bear slaying achievement, but seeing as I'm about to go out and try and slay some 2-legged predators, I might leave you alone. Well, I will leave you alone. Is that a wolf past you or a fox? It's a fox, that's annoying. Okay, well, we'll look at that on the way back. Now, I'm trying to remember exactly where these guys were. Probably would have been better off coming in from the island end, but never mind. Let's have a little wander around. Let's do that. And that. And try not to chop anything. Here we go round the bend. Here we go round the bend. Oh, I haven't got round to doing that playlist yet. I really should. The problem is, I don't know that I'll be able to find all the songs on YouTube. How am I going to find them and put them on a playlist? Oh, bother it. Yeah, come on. It's just... No, we didn't need to crouch. Aha! Aha ha ha! Aha ha! Bet you thought that I was going to press the health kit button then, didn't you? Because I was. Right. Bandage. Oh, not auspicious at all. No, still don't need to crouch, Annie. I don't know what your issue is. Right. Let's try that again. Is this scrap up here? Yes. Right. Let's go up high. Now, are you going to be a frantic fight today? Or a decent? Are we going to have a 2 rogue camp? Or a feels like there's 700 of you camp? What do we reckon? What is it going to be today? Oh. Can I just get you? Do you mind, guys? Don't surprise me because I'm busy. A bit of scrap. Right, there is a hunter. I mean, a rogue. Oh, and there's another one. Don't know where their fire is. Oops. Okay, where's take you? Oh, their fire's gone out, look. Ah! Need to change my mouse sensitivity. That's not helping, is it? Oh, can we do 4 for 4? No, because you're in the way, aren't you? Oh, now you notice. No? Still don't notice. Oops. Hey. Oh, I'm behind the tree. Oh, you idiot. Oh, I forgot about that. I was in the hitbox of the tree. Bother. Yeah, hitbox of the tree, which means that when I fired, it was nothing about whether they were aimed correctly and everything about the fact that I was behind a tree. And whilst they can shoot from behind a tree, we can't. So all of those 44 rounds were wasted. Oh well, never mind. The rest of it, I did single shots, headshots, so, you know, we'll take that. Sorry, I know you'd only just lit it, guys. Seems a bit mean. Right, that was the 4, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all of you. Let's just grab this box whilst we're here. Wonder if there's anything else down here. Nails, that's good. Have a little look. No more, but oh yeah, there you go. And a wolf. Quite happy to leave you alone, wolf, if I'm honest. But we could do the bear, I guess, on the way back. What was he, though? Let's see what he was. I'm not going to make that same mistake as I did the other day off camera. Unintentionally off camera. What are you? You are a 140. There you go, that's better. Oh, achievement unlocked. Intermediate bear. As opposed to... Yeah, I've got nothing. Right, okay. Let's get back. Let's get ready to rumble. Do we have any planks on us? We do have some. Let's make a couple more out of those couple that we've got. Oh, okay. So we actually, unusually for me, we made a plan at the beginning of the day. We stuck to the plan, and even more unusually, I actually achieved the plan. The plan worked out, rather. As I'm wet, let's have a quick look. Nothing else in here on the way back. No. Just thought I'd swim across this little shallow. There might have been something else that turned back up. If this gets too dark too suddenly, I will again lighten it. I know somebody said they had noticed actually that I had been lightening the map, so I'm glad that that works. So yeah, you should find now. As long as I remember when I go back to edit, then I am lightening it all up for you. So, yeah, okay. It just relies on me remembering, doesn't it? There's another bit of sandstone there, which I should be able to get with a breath. So now it is getting dark. Don't like swimming underwater when it's dark. Despite the fact that my dad, obviously, as you can imagine, he was an absolute like a fish in the water. But really tragically, and a product of his age and unfortunately his family. So he was taught to swim by his dad, who took him to the local swimming baths, and he took him up. There was a high dive board. He took him up the high dive board and, oops, missed. Oh, they're ready, but I'll do that in the light. Took him up the top of the high dive board and pushed him off. That's actually the truth. And so, yeah, because that was his way of getting my dad to deal with the fear of, you know, water. Oh, I didn't mean to put those 5 in there. Oh, if I put those 5 in there as well, and then we've done 10. Oh, yeah, there you go. So, yeah, true story. Quite horrendous, really. No, they don't go in there. They go in here, along with those. And then those. What? Okay, that's a ricochet. So they are shooting something. Gosh. Yeah. You forget how far they travel. I was watching OldNewbie and he was waiting for a revenge attack and was deciding to egg on the hunters to come for him, and he was shooting a very long distance away. 4, 5, 5, so I need one more. A very long distance away, and got their attention. So yes, you do not realise just how far the bullets will travel in this game, which I think is brilliant actually, that they do go as far as you would expect them to in real life. So that is good. I'll eat you. Oh, I can't eat you. That's fine. Put you away. So for the next one of these, it is an ingot as well that I need, which is in here. One of those and one of those. A bit of squap. And then 3 sheets to the wind. There you go. Excellent. Got a little bit more stuff done. Let's put that back in there. Wait for the other 4. And then you can come around here. The light on, and then you can see my handy new little light. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Now, there you go. You go in. Excellent. Look at this. That's looking really cool. Oh, come around here. Ah, oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. We're liking this a lot. We're liking this a lot. Okay, so that was a good day. Kept to my promise. Showed you some of it, but not all of it. And hopefully the stories were what you wanted. Oh, I'll put this ash out down here. No, down here, because you moved the box, Annie, for some reason. Let's check the map. Right, so you're off going fishing. Right, before the lights go out, so we have rogues next to Alpha. Can't see any out in the valley. Can't see any on the... Oh, up there. Okay. Might be worth a run. We will see. All right. Well, thanks, guys, for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed that episode, and that was what you wanted. I hope that you, if you did like the video, you'll click the like button. I was going to say smash that like button, but I do hate saying that, so please tell me off if I ever say it. Click the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, maybe, and recommend me onto your friends. And I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye bye now.